Hey guys, welcome to another Sports Hub. We are fully in sub-district basketball now for the girls' side, almost there on the boys' side. It's getting exciting, but unfortunately, a lot of teams' seasons are getting eliminated now and they're getting crossed off. What girls do you want to talk about, though, that are left?
On Tuesday, I was witness to one of probably the better games in our area. Elm Creek and Overton played a triple overtime thriller. We had two buzzer-beating shots, one in the first overtime by Gracie Grody from Overton, who drained a three-pointer to send the game into a second overtime, and then in the second overtime, Madison Hollowell from Elm Creek drilled a 30-foot prayer to send the game into third overtime, which Elm Creek won that game 79-75.
And you know what we should say is that game was not expected to be very close. Overton's a talented team, but Elm Creek was expected to take care of business in regulation. They didn't do that, but they did advance. They won in, like you said, overtime. So.
Yeah, and give Overton credit. They're a better team than what people thought. They're 10-14. They only lose one senior on this year's team, so next year they'll be loaded for bear and hopefully to make a good run. And but another team or another game.
That's not the only team, yeah.
Right. Kearney Catholic and Minden have a rematch.
That game's going to be very exciting. That game is tonight, so. Yeah. I know that a lot of people are really excited for that one. Earlier in this year, the two teams played. Kearney Catholic whooped Minden, but the big story, obviously, Taylor Kissinger did not play in that one. Minden's hoping that her being on the floor this time changes the score just a little bit.
Yeah, and Kissinger is a really good basketball player. The difference between her on the court and her not being on the court is very drastic.
Obviously, astronomical.
Yeah, and she's very, very good at what she does. The one thing that my issue is if Kearney Catholic stops there, can Kayla Swanson and anybody else on that team step up and make a play for that team? And if they can, they have a good shot at beating Kearney Catholic. But if Kearney Catholic does stop Kissinger, how does Minden attack that?
We'll see how it goes. Third game we need to talk about on the girls' side that's also happening tonight. Axtell playing Red Cloud. You're going to be at that one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I'm hopeful to see a good game. I saw these two teams play in their volleyball sub-district final, which Red Cloud won in 5 sets. They're very similar teams still as they were in volleyball compared to basketball. I mean, they still have the same players. Red Cloud only has 6. So
exciting news though for Axtell. Season Malamo, yep. She's back, so that's an offensive force right there.
Right, and what I was saying before that is Red Cloud has 6 players, and I've never seen that before. But Red Cloud is good enough to where they have a lot of good post players. So Axtell can have a good chance to match up with them down low with both Malamas being back. They'll need to rebound the basketball and use their size to their advantage.
And then before we wrap up this video, we should probably talk about Kearney High, Kearney Catholic boys, both in the middle of very, very good seasons. The regular seasons are just about to be wrapped up.
Yeah, they are. And I was at a game last Friday with Norfolk and Kearney, and I'll tell you what, that atmosphere rivals the one at the old gym. And Kearney's in the middle of a 14-game winning streak, and that was hard to think about. 14 games. After starting the season, 3-4, and they rattle off 14 straight. They haven't lost this calendar year in 2017, so they're playing really well. And
they're obviously clicking.
And then Kearney Catholic, they're also playing really well. They've, I think they've won 7 or 8 games in a row. This last month and a half, they're playing really well.
They're kind of doing that thing they did last year, where obviously Brady Holtmeyer is their leading scorer, he's their go-to guy, but they have a deep team, a lot of good players.
Yeah, they do. They have John Hussman, who's really good. Hunter Ozentowski, who can drain the three. Nathan Williams, all of them. They're all. List goes on. Yeah, and they're all really good players. They finish up tomorrow night with Adams Central, a rival. A team that ended Kearney Catholic season last year in sub-district play, so you have that on their minds. And Bob Langen's done a really good job with this team, and we'll see how the season ends.
Girls basketball just 2 weeks away now. Boys 3. That is really exciting to think about. And
we'll have girls district finals next Friday, and we'll find out what teams are making it to state.
All right, we'll come back with a video next week and talk about teams that are, season still alive. Thanks.